Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your very first gameplay for the A7V. That's right, this is a currently rank 1 battle rating 1.0 medium tank in the German Ground Forces tech tree and was awarded during the Great War event where if you won it, you got to keep it permanently. As you can see here, it is right here at the very top of the German ground tech tree. Now this vehicle is very interesting. It is very slow, 12 km/h top speed, 200 horsepower, and it has the GRMP, which really doesn't have all that much armor pen from the 57mm cannon. However, it has 120 grams of TNT equivalent, which is just phenomenal, and that more or less equals a one-shot kill. But the big thing here is that this has an 18-man crew. Yeah, that's right. An 18-man crew, which means that, let's say if everybody up here dies, these people pretty much just scoot forward, and now you have an entirely new crew. You just don't have access to the guns in the back, which really, does that matter? Not really. Now, this does have a gigantic weak spot right up here where the armor really isn't very thick at all, and then they can just kill the driver, which is just a huge weak spot, and is something that a lot of people have been using to take advantage of the A7V. Otherwise, it has pretty decent armor at the front. I have deflected some shots there, but not necessarily a ton. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into a few matches, see what we could do with this. But so that said, let's get into it and make it real this time. As you can probably tell, this thing is ridiculously slow, but it is very well armed. Let's see if we can get ourselves that kill. I see no reason why not. Oh my goodness. We've yet to actually get that kill. There we go. I'm actually really shocked that we did not get that kill pretty much immediately. Because, again, we have 120 grams of explosive filler equivalent, which is, I mean, just tremendous. It's just ridiculously powerful. Now, I did actually, like I said, I recorded gameplay initially for this like a day or two ago. Like, this would have come out about a day earlier than it is, I guess, in our timeline. And what happened was I accidentally shut my mic off throughout the entire time I was recording. And it was awful. And it wasn't even like, you know, it wasn't even like I could just normally be like, oh, okay, you know what, I'll record over it. It messed up the entire, like, the entire sound. Like, there was this loud, like, electronic screech over top of it. Worse than my voice somehow. It was just a mess. Okay, we got ourselves the loader. And got the gunner. Perfect. Okay. That leaves this guy a little bit more open for further attack. We are going to shoot right there. Not the best shot I could have done, but that's fine. Shoot out that gunner one more time. Can we go through? Screw it. I'm just going to fire right through that. We have the driver. Can I kill him with my LMGs? Probably not. And we have ourselves the kill. Not too bad. But again, I think that was one of the rare instances where this thing was actually overpenning. Because the Garford really just does not have much armor. So it just wasn't really doing much when it actually got through, especially at near point-blank range. Now, we do have an enemy over there. Is he stopping? Nope. Unfortunately not, but we're going to push on here. That's what we do with the A7V. This is the ultimate flanker. Okay, there's an enemy right there. And he is gone. We're going to keep on moving on here. Moving on. I think I got some enemies behind me somewhere, but that's fine. For now, we have someone over here to the left, which is, for the most part, fine. I don't think he realizes where I am. So I'm going to shoot at that Saint-Chamond. Ooh, this might be a treat right here, boys. We have ourselves an easy kill there. A possible kill there. I'm going to take this guy out first. He's a little bit more of a threat to me than the Garford. Got the command. Ooh, ugly. Not very pretty. And there we go. We have ourselves 3 kills. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this thing has 18 crew members, which is just absolutely absurd. And I only lost 1 during that battle, which is even crazier. This thing is just absolutely crazy. Like, you want to look for the king of survivability at this BR, it might be the A7V. In my opinion, the A7V, I mean, tell me what you guys think, but I could almost see this thing being up tier in the future. getting some sort of a BR increase. I'm gonna shoot up there at the top there. Didn't go through. Okay. Didn't go through once again. Where should I... you know, I'm gonna shoot its cannon if I can. Didn't go through. This is the one problem with this vehicle. But we are going to keep on moving on. I have a little bit left here insofar as my artillery is concerned. No kill yet. But look at this. Look at this survivability. Regardless of how well I do here and, you know, all the crap you guys kind of... ah, that was ugly. That wasn't too... okay, that was pretty bad. But you know what? I don't care. I had like 8 or 9 kills in my first match last time, but it didn't record the audio, so I'm just going to have to do it with this. But either way, you can see how long this thing survived, where other tanks simply would not. That said, let's get into another match. So this is a bit weird. We have a winter camouflage for this thing. I mean, thankfully it's not very difficult to get, and I really hope that guy... actually, you know what? This wasn't painted all that much, but anyways... I really hope that Gaijin add special camouflages for these in the future, like, you know, that you can get from those marketplace crates. That would be really, really cool, at least in my opinion. Or maybe, like, some sort of an update where it's like, oh, a semi-historical thing, or whatever the case may be. So we have an enemy tank right there. Oh, he stopped me. He stopped me, and now he's dead. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no. What? What's going on? There we go! But that would be really, really cool, like, just to see some sort of, like, an additional camouflage for this thing. Like, an official one that people in-game are going to see. Like, I would love to see a marketplace, like a War Thunder Live skin for, like, the Handley Page, for example, the HP-12. Oh, thank you for helping me, buddy. I would love to see one with the HP-12 where it, where it's like a stealth version of it. That would be really, really funny. Ooh, kind of got him. Didn't get him, but we're going to go for that LVT, I think it is, right? And there we go. Ammo explosion. We're going to keep on moving up here. Hopefully, well, we're going to probably have some enemies to the left. This feels like such a big tank that I would... like, obviously it won't have smoke grenades, but it kind of feels like it should. Oh, I totally missed that. Because it is just so big and slow. But we have some enemies over here. Can I angle this down quickly enough? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, we have ourselves an enemy tank right up there, and he is gone. Not too bad. Could be better, could be worse. We're going to keep on moving on here. Not too terrible. We have 3 kills, although 3 of my crew members are dead, unfortunately. Oh, that's not favorable. And there we go. 4 kills. The Rogo Experimental. 2 kills. Not too bad. Like I said, I mean, like, as long as you get an armor pen with this thing, you're more or less kind of guaranteed... well, maybe not guaranteed a kill, but you're not going to be too far off of it. Oh, yes, we do. We have my natural enemy. And he is gone. Forever. Do we have someone else coming up there, though? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, what's going on? I don't even know anymore. We're going to keep on moving up, though. That's what we do. We are in tanks. We will protect our few inches of land that we've gained over time. Okay, I got someone over here to my left. That much is clear. Okay, he is not looking at me. Sorry in advance. And we gotcha. That's why situational awareness pays dividends. Even when you're flying a plane. Like, This vehicle is heavily armored enough where, for the most part, strafing at this BR really isn't going to do anything to it. Unless somehow you have an HMG, which most vehicles don't. Most aircraft don't. Okay, there is an enemy tank, I think, somewhere in front of me. Yes, he is. I see him. He's going to be coming over that ridge. And there he is. There he was. I am sorry, but that's how it's got to be. We also have an enemy way off there in the distance. Can I shoot him? Oh, for a second there, I thought I got him. We are getting kind of close. Oh, we don't have a kill yet. We have ourselves, what, 8 kills and a base cap, which a base cap with the A7V is not always guaranteed. But you know what? I mean, I think I pretty much have the same amount of kills I've gotten over, like, the last... Like, in my original gameplay, my 2 matches of RB with that, I think at this point I still have the same amount of kills. So, here we go. Okay, there's clearly someone there. Not too big of a dealio. Unless he destroys my driver. Like, that's the thing. With the A7V right now, I feel like it's really good because you don't have enough people out there who are used to defeating this thing, right? So this is a very easy weak spot to not only hit, but to go through. And you could do that with, like, autocannons at this BR. It's not all that difficult to do. And once this vehicle gets, like, recognized, once people start realizing, hey, don't shoot this part because it's 30 millimeters of armor, which really itself isn't all that much, but it can defeat some shells. Shoot up here, not only do you disable the vehicle, but that will allow you to then go around the sides of it. You know, there's a lot that can be done. And so this vehicle has a lot of weaknesses, which makes me think maybe it won't get down, or maybe it won't get up, rather, to 1.3 or 1.7 BR, just because it has enough weaknesses that I feel like once it gets figured out by the general player base, you probably won't have all too much of a problem with it. Everybody, have fun tonight. Oh, I shouldn't be singing music, I guess. Okay, and we have a kill. Look at that. Ain't that the poopins? We're doing pretty well here. We have ourselves 9 kills, a base cap, and just about enough points, spawn points, for a for an imaginary nuke, because you can't get a nuke at this BR. But not too bad. I'm pretty happy with this. Now, again, like, if I could, I'd get out of here, but as you guys know, the speed on this thing is just atrocious. Oh, by the way, that's the RB, whatever the hell it is, RB-12, which has anti-tank torpedoes. That's what those are. Interestingly enough. Those are not your average everyday rockets. Those are, I think, considered to be torpedoes. Like, rocket torpedoes. Pretty cool. So we're going to keep on moving up. Hopefully we can get this thing. The RB-5. Like I said, I don't want to be here doing this, but there's not really all too much of an option that I have, unfortunately. Oh, that's good. That's good. Classic. Oh, man. That was good. Okay, we have an enemy over there. He's not going to shoot through. That's exactly what I mean. Shoot the cabin. Shoot the upper portion of this thing, and you will have a better time. But unless I hit his turret or the side of his tank, I might not have a good time either. Okay, he's going to come out. He's getting a little confident. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's got me. He got me. So I'm going to... Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Now, that is a lot of fun. Actually, the TT-250 shell, the rocket they just fired at me, that was, until the Storm Tiga, the largest shell in-game. Pretty interesting. Anyways, 2,775 spawn points. That said, let's just get into one final match. Do it RB. Have a good time. And I don't know, I'm just having so much fun with this thing. Like, you know, I have the Saint Chamon. If you want, definitely check out my gameplay of that. It somehow did really well. And I had a lot of fun with that, and apparently they buffed it. But the A7V, I knew it would be good, and it has been good. It's just so much fun, despite being so slow. That said, let's get into one final match. Here we are playing Ground AB, because why the heck not? And we have ourselves a funny French tank over there. A non-pen. A non-pen? Let's see what that does. Yeah, that's what I think of your non-pen, but I'm about to die here. I can't just be sitting around doing this all willy-nilly like I'm gonna die. I'm just too big of a target. Especially with this huge freaking thing here. Also, look at this. Pickle Alba. So, this vehicle, if you guys didn't know, in AB, it sees a huge, absolutely huge increase in speed from 12 to 13.3 kilometers per hour. Yes, that's right. You can effectively get 1,300 meters further in 1 hour playing our ground AB than you could playing ground RB. Impressive, I know. This is just that type of tank. Okay, we're gonna go for this BT5 over there. Hopefully we can get the kill, and we can. We're going for this AMD5 if we can. Probably should have gone for that double, but it is what it is. I really can't complain too much. Saint Chamon, and we have ourselves the kill. Very nice. 3 relatively easy peasy kills. BT5 over there in the distance. Ooh, we got close. We got close. But in general, I mean, this thing is fantastic. You know, again, let me know in the comments below if you... Oof. That was ugly. But let me know in the comments below, like, what you think. Should this thing see a BR increase? I'm curious to see, like, what the general opinion is. Oh, I thought he was going to come up a little quicker than he actually did. That sucks. Can I hit him? Okay, I'll just fire one more. That's it. T-26 over there. Like, I really don't feel like sitting and doing this so much. But we're going to keep on moving up. And, obviously having a good time. This guy is now visible. What? The ultimate tank, the mouse killer. Can I even... Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes. T-26. Should be an easy one, and it is. However, it did not do that without punishing me pretty substantially there. But we do have another kill. We are getting pretty roughed up here. We want to take that guy out if we can. We can. And we're going to keep on moving on because survivability is what this thing does. I mean, it's just so freaking good. Like I said, I mean, like, am I saying that this is some OP vehicle? No, I'm not. But it does quite well in War Thunder, for all intents and purposes. So I really can't complain all too much about it. Also, since when does this thing not, like, pen a wheelie boy? I just don't get it. But I guess that's the French for you. Like, low BR French is... They got some pretty damn good armor. Am I about to die? That's something I will say quite often. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the bomber here. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Tankenstein? That's not cool. But little do you know, it is actually very cool. It's the coolest thing you can do is get into a World War II bomber. So we have ourselves a Ju-88. Awesome. Love this thing. We're going to get down. Hopefully we can dislodge the Panzer IV that was doing whatever. And also that AMD, I mean, geez. Or Panzer III, rather. I'm going to drop one here, then drop one there. And then drop this there. Hopefully we can kind of bracket that Panzer III in. Then I'm going to go ahead and just drop it on him. Probably not going to get a kill. I'm just going to go ahead and drop myself into that because I really don't care. Okay. let's keep on moving on. Like I said, I mean, like, when it comes to bombers in ground R, or ground AB, rather, they're cool and all, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't really take it seriously, especially at this low of a BR. It's just, I don't play ground RB, or ground AB, rather, much anymore. It's very rare for me. So a match like this is just very uncommon. And so I only do it when I'm playing like a low BR tank, just because I feel like that's kind of the spirit of it. And, you know, I don't know. I've always had a thing about seal clubbing. It's not like been something I like to do in-game, so just kind of keeping away from it, or kind of doing things that are less steel clubby, that's always kind of appreciated by me. Okay, he's right there in front. Okay, this guy is being a little sneaky freaky. Just a little bit. I'm going to probably die to this Panzer IIIF, however. I can't see me living. But who knows, right? If I can get this off before... Ooh, we got ourselves the kill. And I still have 8 crew members, which is still like 2 times your average MBT crew. Western MBT crew. 3 times your average Eastern MBT crew, which is just... Like, this is absurd. You know, I don't think that the gun itself necessarily warrants a BR increase, but I feel like this vehicle overall, because of its incredible survivability, like, you have an... Like, look at everyone in the back here. Right? Like, all these machine gunners, they just turn into gunners and loaders once the ones in the front die. That's it, you know? And it just makes this thing into, like, pretty much something that can survive the apocalypse. It's just an absolutely ridiculously powerful vehicle in a good way. I'm not saying that it's, like, a bad thing that it's this powerful, but I could see where, again, I feel like it might cause some people to really hate it, especially once it goes away. You know, like, you're not going to be able to use this vehicle forever, or unlock it forever. It's a very short period of time in which you will be able to do it. So, maybe it'll cause resentment. I hope they bring it back in events, or in some way, shape, or form. But either way, I've been talking long enough. We did pretty well in this gameplay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the other side. Remember, subscribe if you want more content like this. Take care, everyone.